Sorry, take the next elevator.
Oh, thank God. I am done with her.
Don't you have an armor, skin, or costume or something or other? Oh, cripes.
Didn't I just say I was done?
Run.
Would you like a drink?
Sure. Hell of a week. Didn't imagine anything like this happening when I went to bed.
You mean before you were pulled in?
Yeah, last thing I did was bed myself a beautiful sorceress. Gotta wonder what her reaction was when she woke up and I wasn't there. And what about you? What were you doing before you got pulled here?
Nothing so fancy as bedding a witch. I was training the next regiment of royal guards. No doubt the Abbey will be investigating my disappearance.
Royal guards? You some sort of aristocrat?
I wouldn't put it that way, though I am father of the Empress of Dunwall.
Your daughter? She's royalty? Guess that makes you emperor then. Or at least former emperor. Okay, now I'm confused. You're neither a noble nor the emperor, yet your daughter is the empress.
Wasn't born into wealth. Quite the opposite. No title, no position. However, my skills with a sword was enough to catch the attention of the Duke of Serkonos. Soon, I was sent to be the Emperor's personal guard, and guard to his daughter.
Let me guess. You and his girl kicked it off.
Crude way to put it, but yes. Jessamine and I. Her name's Emily.
You know, I also have a daughter.
So I've heard. 2B mentioned it when I last spoke with her. Said that you claim she's dead.
Yeah, lied about that. She was supposed to be Empress. The only reason she's not is because the relevant people think she's dead. Sorta have to be careful who I tell the truth to.
Supposed to be Empress?
Yeah, not what she wanted. It was her dream to be a witcher, not rot away in some palace.
Several times now, conspirators have tried to usurp Emily from the throne. Had to fight tooth and nail to restore her. Can't imagine her just giving it up.
I can't imagine Ciri taking it.
Ciri, is it? And what's your story with her? You don't strike me as a noble.
Oh, that's a story. We got a thing where I come from. It's called the Law of Surprise. If you save someone, you can invoke the Law of Surprise to dictate how they repay you. Usually something like, the first thing that comes to greet you.
Really? And what happens if the first thing that greets them is a stray dog?
Then I hope you like pets. Another thing to ask for is what you find at home yet don't expect.
This all sounds very vague.
Well, it's not called the Law of Predictability. If you don't want to be surprised, just ask for coin.
Well, this law sounds ripe for abuse. I can't imagine any lawmaker conceiving such a thing.
It's not an actual law, more like an old tradition.
That makes it worse. Still, there are more things that can fit the request. Like, what if the first thing that greets you is your neighbor or your child? You're joking.
That happens from time to time.
You telling a joke or being paid with somebody's kid?
Either. I saved a man named Dunny. I didn't know it at the time, but he was Emperor of Nilfgaard. Told him to pay me with what he finds at home but doesn't expect. His lover was pregnant with Ciri, so that's how I ended up with her. Her father eventually wanted her back so she could take the throne, but she wanted to be a witcher, not an empress.
Perhaps there are some parts of our past that are best not shared.
If you're referring to how I got Ciri, it wasn't my intent to get a kid. It's referred to as a surprise for a reason. Hell, I actually reneged on the payment when I found out it was a kid, but evidently fate had a different plan, and she ended up with me anyways.
Forget I said anything. My past is too stained to be judging someone else. So she's your adopted daughter then?
Pretty much. Funny thing, fate. It has its own plans. Couldn't get rid of Ciri even though I tried. Now, she's my daughter. What she wants is what matters, not what Amir wants. Don't know if this is ever possible since I don't even know if we'll ever get to go home. But if we do, maybe you can introduce Emily to Ciri.
Another round?
Only if you're ready to lose again.
I only lost because I was unfamiliar with the game. This time will be different.
For this one, I wanted to show the contrast between Geralt and Corvo. Corvo holding himself in a well-mannered position while Geralt is lax and doesn't care. Finding references for Geralt's mannerisms was easy, but Dishonored is in first person, so I had limited cutscenes. I instead referenced a lot of high-class gentleman mannerisms for Corvo instead. Originally, he actually held his wine glass differently, but apparently this method is a Hollywood myth, so no grasping the bottom, but instead pinching the stem. I gotta be honest, when I played Witcher 3, I skipped all the Gwent sections. It made it so when I reached the mandatory Gwent game in the DLC, defeat was pretty much inevitable. Also, if the dialogue didn't give it away, I pretty much always go for the Ciri Witcher path.